killing all of us with it.
Oh
Because that's
god.
how it rolls.
It's
Pets is the best at rolling a psyker, by which I mean he's never successful with his powers ever.
Excellent.
because Warhammer 40k, all psychers are wild mages.
Excellent. Today we are gonna just play a quick game of a game I made called Free Trader. It's basically OD&D, but in space. So yeah, you can start by just clicking the old character generation macro, because it still works basically.
Dope. Wow. That sure is just wank.
Oh, we just rolled the OD&D character generation.
Yeah, you'll only be using the stats, the attributes, and the hit points from that. But yeah.
Okay.
Hey, above average in 2 respects.
I am shite.
Yeah.
I could be worse.
Yeah, you could be pets.
Oh, no strength, no wisdom, no intelligence.
And 1 hit point.
1 hit point and fuck all charisma. Not a Star Wars thing? No, we're missing DCL right now, and he's, one of the characters for that.
And it wouldn't be Star Wars anyways. This should
It
be
would've
the
been
last
Fallout.
episode of Fallout.
But DCL happened.
Yep. He's in a Dave and Buster's right now.
Next time we do one of these, it's going to be Fallout and then Star Wars.
Correct. And then...
What the fuck are we doing next Saturday, though? Cleanup time! We get to go back. We get to go home, everybody.
Oh, man.
By which I mean just saving who's here.
No, I mean, hopefully we're all going to go home, because, like, I want us to find out what happens with the Dark Foundation.
No, I mean, you're the only one in the right here who plays in that game.
Oh, right.
Are these stars on, like, the token layer? Because there's no grid.
They are on the map player, but you can actually turn the grid off, which I did, because we won't need it.
Yep.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, roll attributes. You can probably suss out what they all do. Then pick a culture from the list, which will give you some skills. Then pick a class and equip yourself, and then we're ready to play. Yay!
Yeah, I need to open up my OD&D meat sheet, the sci-fi edition.
So, like, you guys kind of all went silent for me for a while, so... I clicked the... Yeah, I clicked the new character thing. What do I do now?
You pick a culture, then pick a class, and then buy your starting gear. And then you're done. No, I take that back. You should also write your bond, drive, and goals, but, you know.
Right, I'm back. Dreadfully sorry for that delay.
We didn't even know you were gone.
Ah, good. I didn't miss anything.
No. So just hit the OD&D character generation macro. And then follow the steps in the rulebook.
Right.
Okay. It should be a neatly scrubbed sheet. Alright. Where the fuck is my stats gone? There we go. Strength of a fierce strength of 8. Con 11, Dex 10. 8, what's 9? Okay, 13. 30 whole gold to start with, or oh wait, no.
Yeah,
no,
that,
actually,
that
I start
doesn't
with
count.
10 times 10. No.
Pretty decent.
Which is a shame as well. Look at that. That's actually 100, which ain't too fucking bad.
So I should not play a psyker with these rolls.
With your rolls, let's see. Yeah, probably
Wow,
not.
Jesus. Snippy, your fucking character.
What's this?
See,
Wow.
Nothing below 10.
see, Snippy knows how to play D&D.
I fucking... Well, I mean, I do unless I'm fucking rolling in one of your goddamn games.
Although your hit points are, they're average.
No, they're average. Fucking
Look at that. Look at those
The hit
averages.
point roll doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, take that, nerd.
The only thing that doesn't matter there is the gold and the magic user spell, because obviously we're not using
Really?
wizards.
Oh,
Okay.
let me just point out the thing you need to suggest.
Right, when do I get my power armor?
Oh yeah, you've literally got a bit that says you start with hit point 6 plus con.
Does it say 6? I thought it says 1d6. Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, never mind then. You start with 6 plus con, not a roll.
Dope.
I must have changed that at some point. Well, good for you guys.
So you're saying 6.
So it changes nothing for me.
Did you roll max? Yeah, you did.
I need to go grab a piece of paper to write this shit down on.
Alright.
Paper.
People still use
I
that
use Google
stuff?
Docs.
Alright, let's see. Culture. Spaces, always a classic.
I'm just gonna go with Frontiersman. I don't care.
My only good skill is charisma. And I'm stupid. And I'm not very tough or very fast.
Are there even races in this game?
Nope.
All human. Gotcha.
Yep.
No Xeno scum on board my vessel.
So we're fireflying it.
Yes, we are fireflying it. At least insofar as player characters go.
Let's go with fucking...
Whoops,
Hive
that was the
welder.
wrong button.
I have high dex, wisdom, and charisma.
Well.
Specialist, probably.
I mean, you could be a psyker.
I mean, I could. And you know what? I in fact am.
Be a frontiersman specialist that basically makes me a mechanic.
Copy this all over.
And I'm a corporate warrior.
That's what we used to call ourselves back in accounting.
I was trying to make a joke, but thank you.
Okay. So, Hive Welder gets thievery, blah 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 blah. Alright. Archetype. Fuck it. Specialist.
Yeah, there you go. Be another drone warrior. It'll be fine.
Ooh, drones.
Yes, drones are a thing. Of course they're a thing. They're my
Woo!
favorite thing in
Bork.
pets.
Yay, Bork bots.
Yes. I don't think you can afford one, though.
Aw,
Not right away.
let's see here. Expertise. Choose 3 skills.
How much
Increase
do
your
I
bonus
got?
with these skills by +1. Where are the skills?
They are on page 8.
Is our starting wealth the thing?
2,000 credits.
2,000.
2,000? Okay, cool.
My lust for making like nice looking character sheets and stuff will be what destroys me. Okay. And scrolling back up to versions. Alright. So attached to things like your culture is when it says you get a skill, it's just a +1 in it?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
What's astrogation?
That is navigating in light speed. It's the role that if you fail, you can end up flying into a sun. Which is how I hope this playtest ends. Or in fact begins. I hope that when we start, you just fly into a sun and we just roll new characters. That will be the best.
I mean, I think pets wouldn't fucking mind. Alrighty, yeah. Alright, so what do I want to be a specialist at? What do you guys know what to fucking do?
I'm a psyker.
Okay.
I'm a warrior. I smashed things.
Okay.
Original.
Uh-oh, the thing... Oh, under slave it says human chattel.
Chattel.
Mm-hmm.
Human chattel.
Oh,
Oui, oui.
indeed. Oui. Fuck it. I'm gonna put an extra in my stealth.
Okay,
why is it
DCL.
Well, look, I've pretty much come to terms with the fact that I'll die really hard if I don't hide. Tess survived the longest when she just wasn't getting attacked.
Yeah, I mean, that's how this works.
I'm gonna make a slave warrior. There we go.
Mm,
I am
with
basically a
electronics
red
and
shift.
mechanics.
Alternatively, Conan.
What's that fucking show that was like essentially Conan in like sci-fi times? Like there was a fucking show of like a barbarian getting defrosted and he like adventuring in sci-fi land. It was a fucking cartoon.
Korgoth of Barbaria? No.
It's not Korgoth, although Korgoth of Barbaria is a fucking amazing. Oh, rainbow fee.
The only thing that's similar to that I know is Sherlock Holmes being frozen and defrosted in like the 2200s with a robot Watson.
Good old Robot Watson. What the shit is a tech power?
They are special abilities. They're at the bottom of the document on page 16.
Cool.
Okay, so I've chosen my background, my class, and bought my gear. Is that it?
Yeah, just write your drive, bond, and goals.
Scroll.
Man, seems like a lot of work for a character that's going to be space worm food in like 20 seconds.
You lack faith.
I mean, it's got to be drone control. Let's face it.
I'm sure you'll find one eventually.
I'm sure our enemies are gonna have a couple while they're trying to kill us.
And then the gear. 2,000 credits. Well, I think that hitting someone is death to me. Shooting someone is death to me.
Wait, my int is even worse than my wisdom. I probably shouldn't be a specialist either. I should be a warrior. Wait, no, my strength's even worse, but I guess I can use dex.
We can be warrior buddies. It's fine.
I got noodle arms that are even worse than the mind.
It's fine.
You're
Noodle
a
arms
perfectly
can still use a shotgun.
you're a perfectly competent marksman.
Varying degrees of success.
I could spend all of my starting credits on like just a robot and have nothing else. Literally nothing else.
You could do that.
What are the odds of us dying without survival rations in the first whatever?
Unlikely, but possible. Depends on how shittily you astrogate.
I like those odds.
Be right back.
I mean, let's have a look now. 3 health, defense 7.
Remember, it's 6 plus your constitution bonus. It's not rolled.
No. When you design a robot, it starts with 3 hit
Oh,
points,
the
defense
robot,
7,
yeah.
muster and everything.
Correct. That is.
Oh, you buy additional properties, so to get the bonuses and the health and shit, it needs. So no, I can't actually do it. I would just have a robot that does fuck all and has 3 health. So I guess I won't. Spend
I mean,
all
your
my
robot
starting
can
money
do
on it.
skills for you.
It can.
It could like pick locks or use a computer.
This
And
is
I'm not
true.
saying this is a good idea. I'm just saying it's possible.
Well, here's a question: does anyone know how to astrogate?
Buy an astromech droid.
That's what I was about to say. Because if
Well.
anyone would like a robot with, just like no negative stats to have a +1 in astrogation.
Yes.
Alright then, I spend all of my money on a fucking astrogation droid.
Oh god. I'm gonna need
Excellent.
to buy you a gun.
You're welcome to buy me gear to make up for the fact that I have no gear, no weapon, no armor, and no food.
Can I give you anything with my gold?
Credits, but yeah.
Credits, my golden credits. Ah. The prices seem a bit inflated. Just a bit.
Are they?
Wait a minute. How much gold do we get at the start?
2,000.
Ah, no, it's fine then. It's completely fine in that case. I could buy you a laser pistol.
Sure. I would rather have armor more than a gun, if it's all the same to you, though.
It's kind of
armored clothes.
Sure thing.
hard to write my goals when I don't know like what we're gonna be doing. All I know we're in space.
Yes.
Same.
Goal is something you can write once we get the briefing done.
Okay.
Although long-term goal you can totally write down now. Just make up something you want to do. Make up NPCs you want to go murder. That sort of thing.
Yes.
Or just don't because this is a one-shot and it won't ever matter.
I need to murder the shit out of my brother.
I had to murder the sheriff, whoever the fuck put me into slavery.
There you go. That's a goal.
I need to get an awesome robot. An even awesomer robot. I think that's everything.
It's okay, guys. This character I made, the most serious of all time. hang on.
Do we have any medical kits?
Ain't got time to bleed.
Oh, you'll get plenty of time. Don't
Here you
you
go,
worry.
saving my character sheet. There's a second tab that is sci-fi people.
Okay. That name sounds familiar.
I know, right? I figured, why not?
Are
And
we
the
allowed
rebel's
to dual
name is
wield
indeed
pistols?
Ree.
God damn it.
It was an astromech. That's the noise they make. Ree!
Don't look at me like that, dog.
Why are you doing an impression of an astromech, astromech droid, father?
Am I allowed to dual wield pistols?
I think so.
Cool.
Let me see. Dun, dun. I don't think it has any effect. Yeah. Dual wielding has no effect. But you're welcome to do it anyway.
Sounds fun.
The rule of cool is important.
It is.
Yep.
This character is I mean, it's not so much a glass cannon, it's just glass. This character is some glass.
I know, mine too.
There is no weapon. I've been blessedly gifted an armored coat so I don't die immediately. And I have an astromech droid named Ree.
And I'm also buying you a laser pistol.
Ooh.
I mean, I could just buy you a holdout pistol, but no, you need to get all shooty up in their face.
Oh no, that sounds like the thing I don't want to do.
Yes, that's absolutely the thing you have to do. It even
Oh.
has a bayonet in the front.
Oh no.
For the Emperor, man!
Laser pistol. I wrote last a pistol. My sci-fis are starting to cross over in my brain hole.
God, I think I'm out of money.
I mean, you have just spent 900 credits on me, although I do appreciate it.
Nope, I still have 200? Yeah, 200. I think I should buy 2 sabers. Yes! No, I can only buy 1 saber. Damn it!
Dual wielding sabers.
Maybe a saber and a pistol. Yes! That'll be perfect!
So it's +1 accuracy. My dex is 10, so I don't add anything for that. So I basically shoot at +1, right?
Yes.
How much does a laser pistol do?
1d6.
Rad. Huh, I don't have to change my any of my macros really. It's my Tessa's own shooting macro. Good shit.
Except it doesn't have anything to do with the D20.
This is true.
Right.
This game uses nothing but d6s.
Yep. 1d6 +1. Shit.
2d6
2d6
for shooting.
Don't worry, Roy. All I have to roll is like 5 on a d20, and it will never look like you'll never notice the difference.
With your d20 rolls, yeah, you're probably right.
There we go. Don't worry, I can roll higher on 2d6 than a d20.
See, it's fine.
What's the initiative roll in this?
The initiative roll is 2d6, I believe. Let me make sure. Do. Fighting. Yep, just 2d6 plus dex.
And what's Dex like after? Yeah, how do you do the bonus for Dex?
There's a table on the page 2 that shows you what all the bonuses are.
Oh, okay. Don't mind me, just testing my macro. Okay.
I think I'm ready then.
Same.
Yup.
Doing a shoot is another like
Stratos. That's very Greek.
doing a shoot is basically 2d6 plus your Dex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Pericles Nikostratos.
I am Tess again. Just space Tess.
Greetings, Tess.
Would that
This
just be
guy's
Spess?
Spess. My name is Beth.
Space.
Spess.
Space. Fucking Portal 2 space core.
And where are mind game things?
Mind game things? What?
Attacking with your brain.
Oh, they are on page 16.
Okay, so 2 psychic powers, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Do a fire.
Doesn't exist.
Damn it, Savin.
There is telepathy, teleportation, psychokinetics, and biopsionics.
Psycho Crusher.
All we need is a flamethrower. And we've pretty much won.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying. Alright, well, if you're done making your character, you can skip on down to page 11 and start thinking about the ship you want to fly.
Spaceships.
Yep. So, TLDR, you have 10 power with which to buy upgrades.
So
This seems familiar.
biopsionics and telekinesis.
Yes.
And what page are the ships? 12?
11.
11.
Hmm. Hmm. That's a tough call. The sweet fucking computer seems like a good idea. And so do military grade shields.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with you on that.
Where does that leave us? Let's see here.
Leave us with 6 still.
Yeah. Maybe better engines, so we can outrun that which we can outfight.
Let's get some guns first.
Fuck yeah. Railgun or laser cannon?
Railgun. Kinetic
Okay.
weapon. Lasers are obviously easier to shoot with, but come on. That's for pussies.
How about a railgun and a PDG?
Sure.
So 2 power. So we have 4 left.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any defense? Just a base 7, but our shield is fucking banging as shit. How about engines and 2 hold? Oh no, expanded hold only works once.
No, you can buy them repeatedly.
But look where it says the power draw and credits cost is multiplied each time. So 2 lots of hold is a total of 3 power.
Correct.
Hmm. So instead, engines and maybe like 1 more point in a computer to take it to 10.
Yeah, that's good with me.
Cool. Let's see here then. So 2 computer comes -3. Engines. Yep, that is 10. Cool.
Alright, so let's run through it again for me. You've got
Sure.
computers, you've got railgun and PDG.
Yep.
Alright, military shields, what else?
And upgraded engines.
Alright.
The computer's been done twice, so that makes it -3. So, right, and then that becomes 10 total.
Alright.
Can we have an ICL handout for it, please?
Yes, I will make that available as soon as I'm done making it.
Rad. Vade says, just don't roll 8s. We all know they hate me. Yep, that's very true. And also don't roll in third games. Those hate me too. Also true. They're throwing nothing but liquid, just liquid hot truth.
So we got engines, that's a speed of 12. You got defenses.
Correct.
Let's see, evasion is 8. Evasion, structure 7, and then systems is 9. Alright, does that look about right?
Yep, looks good to me.
What are we gonna name the ship? We're just gonna call it Shippy?
Shippy.
Oh.
I do not agree with
I'm not sure I'm entirely comfortable with this.
Fuck master.
Yes.
No, I preferred fuck master.
Is that with 2 C's?
No, it's with a CH. It's really got the.
No, Stray, you started it, and now you get to live with it.
Uh,
It could be the Fichmeister.
Sounds good. Alright, well, it's been about 30 minutes of stream, and we have a party of adventurers and a spaceship built. I call that a win.
Hooray!
Oh, it took that long?
Pretty quick.
Jesus.
Let's see.
Don't worry, dying and rolling again will be a lot faster now we know what buttons do.
How much alcohol can I buy for 50 credits?
He's a space dwarf, but now it's more like Tyrion Lannister.
Okay.
That's space pants.
So, for your ship's debt, you guys are going to be in the hole to a company called Vandaris Exosciences. And this company has a job for you to help you pay off some of this loan you've taken out to, get some equity into your ship.
Sweet.
And it is as follows. They lost contact with one of their research ships in the Hylaxia system, which is about 2 space hexes away. They got an emergency last broadcast from them, however, indicating that the ship had taken critical damage and was trapped in the gravity well of the system's sun.
That's pretty bad news for them.
It
It's a
is.
shame they'll die. Do we get to loot their corpse then? That's our job?
That is your job, is to loot all their corpses. Specifically, Vandaris is interested in the secure hard drive in the ship's mainframe that has all the research data on it that they'd been working on. If you can get them that, you are welcome to basically take anything else that isn't nailed down.
Neat. And then just hold your breath. Put in earplugs.
Yes.
A job is a job, I guess.
That's fine. I will climb inside my astromech for safety if need be. I'll ride into space.
Lads, we got a job ahead of us.
Alright, sounds good with me. I will plug Ree into the console and try and astrogate that ship.
Alright. So let's take a look at the astrogation rolls. The target number is 5 plus 1 per hex you want to travel, so if you want to go straight there, it's a difficulty 7.
Sounds good. And so it's 2d6 plus skill.
Correct. So for Ree, it is 2d6 plus 1. I'm sure he'll be oh god.
Oh, no,
It begins!
Alright.
It begins!
Alright,
One of
well,
our newest ships ended up in the gravitational well of a sun. We need you to loot both of them.
alright, so, for a failed astrogation check, I'm going to need you to roll 2d6.
Okay.
Okay, good. It could have been a lot worse.
I'm sure it could.
So, the long way. The jump takes twice as long as normal, so normally this particular jump would take 16 days. Instead, it takes 32.
I starved to death. Awesome.
You are out of alcohol.
I don't know, how's the ration situation looking?
0?
Yeah.
I have 20.
Alright,
We all starved to death.
good job, team.
I wasted 50 gold on alcohol rations. I mean,
I literally just said I have 20.
Alright, so, Stray's character is extremely famished and malnourished by the time he, pops out of hyperspace, but is alive. The rest of you have died or resorted to cannibalism.
I have 16 rations on me.
How many?
16.
Okay, so you're also alive.
But malnourished. Yeah, no. I went 32 days without food and died.
So, yeah.
I didn't know how
What am I
long
rolling?
space travel would take. None of us knew how long space travel would take.
I take my pistol back.
Okay,
With-
so
All right, let's mulligan that and go back.
Fine, then I spend my remaining 200 credits on rations. There we go.
There you go. Okay.
Rock and roll.
Why would you even save money for one shot?
Oh God.
It's the
Strong
great
start.
start.
I'd rather roll a new character anyway.
No, it's too late. It's too late.
Don't be a bitch. Come on, you gotta be brave. You gotta have faith in your role.
Look
And
where faith
faith.
got us. Dead in space of hunger.
All right. Also, let's see. Once you emerge out of hyperspace, you have 4 weeks, so you have 4 rods of fuel left in your engine. So I will
Cool.
go write that down in Shippy.
You mean in Fuckmaster?
Yeah. Four out of 8. Alright, so assuming this time you don't starve to death in space
Right.
because Ree doesn't know how to astrogate.
If I'd gone with 1 hex, we would have made it.
You would have you would have made it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Look, we carried a 1. It just wasn't in the direction of turning a 6 into a 7.
So yeah, you pop out of hyperspace after a month of sitting around in the Hylaxia system, and that's my garbage can getting tipped over. Thank you, Tasha. So, once you have popped into the system, you quickly are able to get your sensors up and running and see that, yeah, indeed, there is a starship's emergency beacon pretty much smack dab in the middle of the system, right on the edge of the sun. Navigating to it is trivial.
About bloody time.
However,
Did our ships, like, better computers not help at all?
let's see. What do your computer upgrades do? Let's see. No, unfortunately, astrogation is not an electronics role.
Dope.
Dope. So yeah, unfortunately, between the edge of the system where you popped out and the far side of the system, or rather the center of the system where the sun is, there is a fairly dense asteroid belt that you'll need to bypass. So, let's see.
Who pilots this fucking ship?
It's a good question. Which one of you wants to be the pilot?
Not fucking
Not me.
Yeah, I want to crash the ship. Come on, give me.
Dexterity pilot.
I mean, surely it would be Stray, who is just banging in decks.
I have a +2 in piloting, actually.
Oh, shit. Then fucking A, yeah. Rock and roll.
Alright.
Oh well.
Well, it's hard to argue with that kind of logic.
Bigger numbers is strong logic.
It is.
So,
And now roll snake eyes and we die in an asteroid belt.
Alright. The good news is that is enough to get through without any significant issues. You guys get rattled a couple times as you fly through the belt, but your shields hold, and you emerge on the other side. 7 whole eyes on that snake, indeed. Alright. Unfortunately, again, on the other side of the asteroid belt, as you approach the ship, which is broadcasting its ID tag as the Idols, you start to realize that something fucked this ship up. It's hard to say from outside, but there is a significant debris field around the ship as it's slowly being dragged into the gaping maw of the sun, lashing up to grab at it with its tendrils of plasma. Luckily for you, you still have shields, so approaching the star and then getting back out won't be an issue, although that debris field might make things troublesome. There are several holes in the ship. You can't tell at this range whether they come from impacts against the hull or from something exploding inside it.
Bloody hell. They did a number on that ship.
Well, I mean, it just means that their astrogator was worse than Ree. Exactly. Look, I spent the whole month asleep. I don't know about you guys, but it was very relaxing.
I don't like the look of this. We need
I
to
do.
get a
Looks like
closer
money.
look at the hull before we board it.
Yeah, sure.
There might be someone hanging in a bed, waiting for us to respond to the beacon to blow us out of the skies.
I
Sure
hadn't
of
thought of
it.
that. Maybe. How does
It's-
one check the spaces?
Alright,
This
well,
could be a bloody trap.
whoever wants to man the sensors can do a sensor ping and make a wisdom electronics test to discover what lies unseen.
Not me.
Oops. Yeah, I have survival mechanics, trading, and medicine. I do not have electronics. I do have a fairly high wisdom though.
I do have one in
Oh,
electronics.
you're a frontiersman yet, too, Stray?
Yeah, I didn't really know how the worlds worked or the classes work, so I just picked that one.
I do have one in electronics, so I guess I do it. And since it's electronics, the ship's thing actually helps. Yes.
Yes, this is where the computers come in, so you get a +2 bonus from the electronics systems.
All right. 2d6 plus 3, because I'm just barely above negative numbers with a 9. Hey, look at that.
Hey, holy shit.
I
Alright,
get a roll.
so the Hylaxia system is uninhabited, but it is on a modest trade route, so there are ships coming and going through the system on the edge of the system itself fairly regularly. In the couple days it takes you to get from the edge to the sun's orbit, you've probably seen a dozen ships come through. But you do detect one ship that is not leaving. It seems to be orbiting the system. Your sensors have been seeing it occasionally since you arrived.
Well, there is someone watching, and they've been here for a little bit, so that might be something worth being worried about.
Fuck, I knew it. Oh, this does not bode well.
Is there a way for us to fly silent?
Yeah, you could power down the ship itself, and that means you won't be broadcasting any sort of EM signature.
Wouldn't that mean we're unshielded next to a sun, though?
Yes, that is a problem. You could hide the ship in the debris field, though, and that way you'll be, protected from everything.
That sounds like a good way to do. Like, we got fucking shields, baby. Unless debris hits hull, and then we'd be rather just be shot at by fucking spaceships instead with our big, thick, turgid shields.
No, as long as you have the power up, debris will hit the shields first.
Radical.
Alright, so plan is to keep the systems on but hide in the debris field.
Yeah, I think that seems nice and stealthy, but I mean, I don't want that decision. I ain't fucking pilot.
Alright, so I will point out one thing is that I don't think any of you have space suits, so getting to the other ship would require that you dock with it. Now, you could dock with it and then have re-pilot the ship back into the field and hide, but you would need some way to get back in touch with him, either a signal or a compad.
Bad.
I think we can do this quietly. I think we might have to confront whoever is watching.
Yeah, I did not pick up a
Hopefully not in our
compad, so
elbows.
I knew I was right in doing that.
Alright, so as long as one of you has a compad and that person doesn't get, like, ventilated, then you should
Sweet.
be okay.
I mean, it's worth a fucking go.
Bear in mind, I have 1 hit point.
You have not got 1 hit point. Everyone starts with 6 plus con.
Oh. I have 6 hit points.
As do I.
We sure we want to trust the bot to take care of the ship?
It doesn't have to jump from one side of space to the other. I have faith in Ree. It's fucking smarter than half of us.
I don't.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter shit when it comes to flying a ship.
How challenging is it for it to bring the ship in closer to us for, like, you know, just safer hiding?
So as long as there aren't any, like, extraneous factors like getting shot at, there won't be any sort of test. It'll just have to, you know, take its time. If shit gets real and, you know, he's having to dodge attacks, it'll probably be like target number 9.
Understandable. That should be fine. That should work. I mean, that ship has already, like, been scuppered pretty fucking hard and, you know, has no atmosphere and shit, so I don't think people will keep shooting at it. They'd probably much rather shoot at us. I have faith in Ree.
Yeah, sure. I don't.
Why not? Look at it. He's great. All we did was carry a 1 backwards last time. You don't have to do any astrogation to just get that thing from there to here. Easy peasy.
Especially since Nico Stratos thinks we're being watched. I mean, shit going sideways is a very likely possibility.
Nah, that sounds like space paranoia to me. He should have spent his month off sleeping like I did.
I can't sleep.
Putting too much of yourself into your character.
Is your character also infested with cockroaches?
No! I will not allow this to become a thing!
He just vents the airlocker to kill everything on the ship.
I'll
There'll be no
burn
cockroaches
this
when we're all
ship
dead.
down if I have to.
Alright, well, now that I'm legitimately afraid of Snippy,
You picked the superior astromech. There was nothing wrong with him, he just had a faulty motivator.
yeah, it's not his fault. He was just trying to be a good boy.
I can't help but look at that astromech and think of the bullshit comic that it starred in.
What?
Oh, have you not heard the story of the Force-sensitive droid?
No.
What?
Basically, someone decided to write a comic about that droid in Episode 4, but it's secretly a Jedi in hiding, and it had Force vision about the bad consequences that would happen if Uncle Ben didn't buy R2-D2, so it killed itself.
Okay.
Incredibly stupid.
Yeah, that seems like a thing that would happen in Star Wars, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not contradicting each other here.
Alright, so is the plan to leave the astromech to pilot the ship, and you guys go on via the docking bay?
Yes, that seems like the smarter thing to do. And, like, whilst this is occurring, we can be ready for danger instead and then, like, act first. Indeed, it could just end up being a double trap, because they move in thinking, it's moving again, and then we fucking blast them. It'll be great.
I admire your confidence.
I admire my confidence too.
Alright, so Shippy is, or sorry, the Fuchmeister is piloted to the airlock. You quickly extend your docking tether, but are confronted with a problem. The ship is locked.
Let, do I have any mind abilities for this? I do not. I don't think I can telekinesis the door open.
I got thievery, but I can't open things from here with it in space.
In space.
So you can make an electronics roll to try and hack through the security systems, or you
Fucking A.
could try to blow the door open with a weapon or an explosive.
Well, let's try Operation Quiet first. Oh, Operation Quiet looks like it's going ahead strong. Because I rolled sick again.
Wait, hold on. Can we just pause for a second? Skippy was actually like made. What? What?
It was in Star Wars Tales, which was a canon comic before Disney.
Star Wars Tales #1. I just want all of us to realize that it was written by a man named Peter David, and if he's still alive, he has to die now.
That's a bit harsh.
No, it's not. It really
Can't
isn't.
be that bad. Come on.
It's now non-canon, thankfully.
Well, thank
but,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, he even looks like he would have written that. Hang on.
Yeah, no, we can see him.
That's possibly the stupidest thing I've ever read. All right, anyway. So yeah, you take it quiet and hook your, or I guess, do you have a compad or some sort of computer on you, like a pocket computer?
I myself, no, gotta borrow it from Whoosy Face now. I'm a chronic loner. I like to borrow all the things. I don't mean loner as an L-O-N-E. No, L-O-A-N. Yeah.
And I spent all of my money buying rations for everybody now.
All right. So pets, which kind of compad did you have? Is it an advanced one?
Basic.
Okay, well, a basic compad is not going to be enough to actually hook up to this thing. So
Oh, darn.
that said, with a 12, you manage to make it work anyway. You just pull out the goddamn wires in the thing.
I'm sorry for voiding your warranty.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's not.
I don't care.
Not as subtle as you might have liked, but eventually he managed to get the wires crossed in just the right way.
Hooray. I'm the greatest.
Yeah, and so the ship's doors slide open, and you are immediately greeted with the scent of ozone and burnt meat. But the internal shields have kept the sections of the ship that have been vented sealed off, so you aren't immediately sucked into space through the ship.
Weapons check, everyone.
I mean, the weapon is definitely still there.
Doing this?
Yeah, sure.
Great. I'll lead the way.
And I'll be right at the back.
Of course you will.
Alright, so would one of you care to make a culture spacer roll? That's an intelligence skill. To see if you can quickly figure out the layout of this ship and get your way to the computer mainframe.
Yeah, I have an int 8. Someone else do that.
I have it at 6.
I don't have that culture.
Well, you can still roll it. It'll just be a raw dog int check.
Oh, then.
Yeah, someone with a positive int score.
Is that anybody in this party?
I do. I have
Just
11
snipping.
int.
Yeah.
That's not positive. Well, I guess 0 is a positive number.
Yeah.
It's neither positive nor negative.
Like, I have to roll real deep with that -1.
All right. Yeah, so you aren't familiar enough with research vessels to know just the way to the computer mainframe, so it
That is
takes you
unfortunate.
If it's
guys...
a corporate research vessel, could I have made a culture corporate roll?
You could have assisted on the knowledge check, I think, but no, this is specifically related to spacers. Yeah, good 5, good 5. Alright, well, so far it seems like the -1 was the way to go. Yep, it's okay, just keep making the check.
I believe in someone to beat me. Oh my god, come on, guys.
I'll give it a try as well, if literally everyone is.
Fucking A.
Well,
Yay! The battle of the idiots, we got this.
Alright, we're keeping the result of the 8 since that's what was rolled first, but good job, guys. You eventually rolled slightly higher than average.
The 8 was considerably higher than average.
Alright, well, the total was not higher than average. 7 is the average of 2d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does take you some time of trawling through this ship. And as you do so, you can see several dead crew members. You can't get close to any of them because they're all in sections of the ship that have been sealed off by energy shields, but it's very obvious that they either suffocated or cooked from the sun's radiation in those sections. They just look like withered husks now, dried out by the intense heat they're in. And it also looks like some parts of the ship in those sections are starting to melt through from the heat, no matter how much the shields are protecting them.
Alright.
Don't think this vessel's going to be around much longer. It's a good thing you got here when you did.
loot everyone.
Yeah, if you guys want to pick the place clean while you make your way through, you can make an intelligence thievery check.
Woohoo!
Mind you,
My
it's
low
just...
intelligence
Wait.
is augmented.
Yeah, just
Wait.
wait. It's only one person gets to make the check. Other people can help, but...
How much would that slow us down, is my question.
by about 50%. So it'll take you from like an hour and a half to like 2:15.
It'd be a waste. There's so much stuff lying about.
See, but if we double time it to the core, then the internal power's still on. We could just quickly spot out where they'll be keeping their motherload, like their armory or whatever.
Well, I guess.
Unlike
Good
the
plan,
way-
nerd. Let's go do it.
Double timing it. Come on, people, let's move.
Alright, so you're not stopping to loot?
Guess not.
Oh, we'll do that on our way out.
Shame, I like loot.
Most people in your profession do.
Yeah. Loot makes the world go round.
Some of us just also like being alive and not melted.
That's like bitch talk to me. I don't know.
Alright, so, yeah, like an hour and a half after you've arrived, you manage to make your way through the winding corridors. On several occasions you have to rewire various emergency shields, and you probably at some point acquire spacesuits from the ship's emergency supplies so that you can do a spacewalk into the heart of the ship, since you can't find a shorter way than just straight there. So everyone can go ahead and add a spacesuit to their inventory if you want to keep it, but be aware that it makes you clumsy if you hold on to it.
I can just ignore that.
You
So,
can.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah, same.
That must be
Warrior.
nice.
Yeah, being a warrior is a pretty great deal.
So what? We got 4 warriors, a specialist, and a psyker. Sounds good.
Most of us rolled terribly on int.
Did I just hear an alarm, Drew?
You don't need int for
My
psyker.
little brother.
Psyker is willpower.
Alright, so 3 of you retain your spacesuits and will not get vented at some point. But for those of you who do not, you are forced to discard your suit before you make your way to the computer core itself. When you arrive, the stark gunmetal gray corridors of the ship here appear pockmarked, as if some large amount of debris smashed into this section of the ship. Luckily, the emergency shields are going strong on either side of the walls, preventing any of the remaining air from escaping. But you can definitely feel that the oxygen here is quite thin. It's getting a little hard to breathe. Worse, as you approach the core, you realize that the power is still on at 100% here. It's probably in the same section as the engines. So, ahead of you is the heavy double security doors leading into the core, maybe 10 yards away. What do you do?
Con saves to not get cancer from the radiation?
That'll be after this adventure, but yeah, that's going to be a thing.
Okay, then. It's kind of weird how this specific thing keeps running, but all of the crew is dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like typical crew
These
stuff.
people out. Are there any corpses about?
In your section, no. You've seen them scattered throughout the ship. They look like most of them died from either radiation or exposure.
What took the ship out? What killed all these people? Has to be an answer to this.
Well,
I mean, it could just be a habit of nature.
I'll tell you what.
Hang
you
on.
can. Oh, go ahead.
We can figure this out really, really quick if I just do this. It's quiet. Too quiet.
Huh, no, it didn't do anything.
Don't ever
Huh,
say that
weird.
again.
I try a mechanic roll. What happens?
There you go. That's exactly what I was about to
Nailed it!
suggest. Yeah, you can definitely see that whatever happened to the ship, the explosions occurred outwards from the ship, so something inside it detonated, and as you're going through the ship, seeing several different decks, you're starting to get the suspicion that all these holes punched through the hull are emanating from a single, origin point. Something deep inside the ship blasted open and just shot directly through the ship out into space.
Oh,
That's
that
never
sucks for
good.
them.
Bloody hell.
So, are we anywhere near, can we try to gauge to see if we're anywhere near, the blast point, or did it, originate from the engine core?
No, it did not originate from the core. It seems to have been somewhere deeper in the ship. Or rather, underneath it. Like, if you came in from above the core, this is below.
Right now, our primary priority would be to make this not explode a second time.
Right.
I guess we should probably tune the score down a bit.
Sure. Can I
Well,
borrow
make
the
sure-
spacesuit for a second?
What happened to your space shit?
I didn't bring it with me because I'm, not very good at moving quick.
The answer is no.
Well, I mean, I don't want to die of super core poisoning.
Well then, I guess you should go back and fetch that suit.
Yeah, I will go grab the suit.
All right. So again, as long as you're wearing it, you have the clumsy tag, so you take -1 all your physical tests.
Yeah, no surprise.
Oh yeah, so
But
you are
okay.
kitted up in your suit. What would you like to do?
Go into the core room.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys stride towards the core, and when you get about halfway there, the lights in there flash onto a red emergency running lights, and several panels in the walls open up. Chunk, 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 chunk.
Fuck!
And
Donuts!
even worse, inside each of those panels, you can see a battle droid curled up, and they just are deposited onto the floor and start unpacking themselves and pulling out lasers.
Can I start? Can I start yelling corporate shutdown codes at them? I do have culture corporate.
Yeah, you can. Why don't you go ahead and roll that? See if you just happen to guess the right random password.
I can assist with that. I also have culture corporate.
In this case, I think it'll be charisma for just random bullshit luck.
And with the skill bonus, yeah.
Yep, with a skill bonus.
Well,
Nope. But you don't roll less than a 7, so you don't get a nasty twist along with it. So you spend your first action blabbering. For everyone else,
initiative.
yeah, I think it's about that time. Let me hold on before you start rolling things. Let me just grab a summon token here so you can add yourselves. Boop. And controlled by everybody. There you go. Just click that token.
Does work.
Yeah, that's not gonna. No.
Ah,
we need
does it
it
not?
individuals.
God damn it. Alright, hold on. Let me just turn the grid on here. Alright, so this one will be MERS. Oh god. Oh god.
Wow.
What the fuck did?
Space!
Infinite space! Let's try that again. This is gonna be MERS. This can be Scow. This can be Snippy.
Yes.
Well,
This can be
what roll are we making?
Initiative 2d6 plus Dexterity.
2d6?
Yep, 2d6.
Can I keep my first roll?
Yes. Wait, did you roll it with 2d6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
2d6
then you-
plus 1, I got a 13.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's decent.
Why do all of these tokens have 666 hit points?
I don't know. Why do you give them all 666 hit points?
I added 666 hit points before you copied the first one.
Alright.
Now we're all invincible! Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how
Only
that
it
works.
Exactly!
Why don't you actually add in your correct hit points onto your tokens?
Way ahead of you,
What was
pal.
it? 6 plus con?
Yep. Alright, and also Stray, you have the first turn.
Cool. Are they within the range where I can poke one?
Yeah, you can move forward and then hit them. They are currently at close
Alright.
range.
So can I see anything, like, really far away? or are we in like a cramped corridor? Can I like see out into space?
There are holes in the hull. Yeah, you could like peek out into space, but
It needs to make a Constitution save against being teleported into space.
okay.
Again, okay. So what is that? 2d6 plus my modifier. Hang on, I don't remember what the modifier for my wisdom is. Okay, 13, 15 is plus 1. All right.
All right, so it fails, I imagine. Yep.
9.
Okay,
I
so
teleport it into space.
cool. So let me just take a peek at that power real quick. That's teleportation.
Yes, I have teleportation and biopsionics.
So you just teleported like how far into space?
As far as I can.
All right, you teleported into the sun.
If I do nothing else this session, at least that was fun.
Yay.
All right. So yeah, you're up here. The enemy goes next, so they're going to riddle you with laser bullets.
It's fine. I don't really care. Why'd you put pets up there?
Oh shit. You're not pets, you're stray.
I am indeed. Now kill me.
Alright, so pew! Yep, down you go.
Okay. Does biopsionics that one thing? I don't know what injuries does.
Alright, so let's scroll up to recovering or dying on page 9.
Okay.
Alright. So if you reach 0 hit points, make a constitution test. The TN is 7 plus any damage you take, which beyond which puts you to 0, so you took exactly 6, so the target number is 7.
It was such a good roll.
Okay.
Oh my god.
2d6 plus con, you say?
Mhm.
So my con is 0.
Alright.
8.
So the good news is you're only unconscious and fading fast. Sometime during this scene, someone needs to get to you with a medical kit.
Does anyone have that?
No.
Which I assume no one has, so...
Damn it!
You asked about it. I thought you were buying it, Snippy.
I bought gun and armor for Scow.
Well, you should have let her be naked.
Oh, I also have a deflector belt. I don't know if that counts for anything.
That improves your defense, but I'm pretty sure your defense
Deflector
isn't
belt with
11,
armored
was it?
clothes. I don't know. I have armored clothes and deflector belt. You tell me.
So, armored clothes is defense 7, deflector belt is +1, so you have a defense of 8. They rolled an 11.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, you rush forward, teleport a battle droid into the sun, and then get shot in the chest and crumple.
Man down.
Yeah, so why don't you roll a new character real quick, and we'll see who's somehow survived this bullshit in the next room.
You fucking people. I buy you all rations, and this is how you repay me.
Yep, with immediate death.
Alright, one of them will take a shot at Snippy.
I hope you all die.
Does a 9
Oh.
hit you?
I think with
Why,
armor
though?
Wow! Those are some stats right there.
Hey,
Obviously, they've got space madness, and the reason they survived this death was their immense
the only
constitution.
the only reason I survived is because I nearly rolled max con.
Yep. You are constitute as fuck, but yeah. Snippy, what's your defense?
He's just as good as me. I have armored clothing.
So you have a defense of 7, it hits you, you take 3 damage. And then, well, there's 3 more PCs, so I guess one battle droid will take a shot at each of you. Scow, you're looking at an 8 for 6 damage.
I die as well.
Okay. And this is why you bring a medical kit.
I had biopsionics. I was gonna heal people, but I also wanted to teleport a droid into space because I thought it would be fun.
Well,
This has been a learning experience for all of us.
oh god. All right, one at Mers. Does an 8 hit you?
Nope.
All right, good
I have
job.
tactical armor.
Good job.
Only the warriors survive. Everyone else
And
just
pets.
dies.
I think that meets because I am wearing Oh wait, no, I'm wearing a spacesuit right now, aren't I?
So let's see. Spacesuit does not provide any armor, I don't believe. Let me look.
It goes above your armor.
Well, let's see. You have to be wearing one of these or power armor if you can. You can't wear other armor under it. So yeah, you
Well,
have basic clothing of 5. You get hit, but you only take 1 damage.
Yes. Oh wait, that's right. I meant.
So you two don't delete your characters who died. They'll find a medical kit somewhere because holy shit. I
Wait,
don't.
who?
The 2 of you who died already.
I just
I could knock this out early and go play more Dark Souls.
Control Z.
You're getting up that easily.
Or roll the new character, I don't care. It's whatever.
You
No,
can't
I managed
wear
to
armor
control
underneath
Z it, man.
anything. That did actually hit me. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in spacesuits, we're fucked.
Yes.
Well, you took
We're
1
on
point damage, so
spacesuits.
that's fine.
Fuck.
Alright, pets.
This is perfect.
Here we go again.
Okay.
This is why you need grenades.
Oh, God.
And this is also why I don't have medical kit with me. Because grenade.
Is that you saying that you're going to throw a grenade next turn?
Grenade!
Alright, well, let's let Pets do his thing.
I'm gonna do a shoot.
Alright.
That's
2d6
2d6
plus,
to hit.
plus your dexterity plus 1 since you're a warrior. Alright, you shoot the closest of the droids, but your shot bounces off of its armored plates. Plink. Snippy.
How do you throw a grenade?
Alright, so... they do damage in a wide area, usually hitting everyone in a close range, which is all of these guys.
Yes.
So, when you're in the radius of an explosive, they all need to make a dexterity save at target number 7 to only take half of damage. Your damage with a basic grenade is 1d6. Now, they are also wearing, let's see, 1, 2, so they get a +2 bonus on their saves for their armor.
Boom.
Alright. 3, 4, 5. Well, the good news is they all survived. The bad news is that that would have destroyed all of them if they failed their saves. But, yeah, their armor protects them from the worst of it.
God.
Beep boop. Resistance is futile. Scow is
Say it to
dead.
my face, you bastard.
Actually, wait, hold on. Scow, you're not necessarily dead. Roll a Constitution save.
Ah.
Or wait, no one has a medical kit anyway, so...
We're on the ship. Medical kits are easy to come by.
But you said they'd find.
I know.
First aid
But yeah,
station
so yeah,
all
you
over the
neither of
place.
you actually die. They'll find a medical kit somewhere on the ship, and yeah, you're fine.
Alright, good luck, guys.
Mers.
I say we fall back, switch out of these spacesuits into our armor.
I
Help,
will
blood
not
leaving
turn
my body.
I couldn't hear you, Snippy.
I'm not going to turn my back on these bastards. We have 2 men down. We have to deal with these bastards right now.
How many more of those nades do you have?
That was my last one.
Well, we're fucked, man.
Shoot them!
Good luck!
Oh, you can't be serious.
Can I shoot and then fall back?
Yes. Yes, you can. Plink.
And then I'm falling back because this is not a winnable situation.
Alright. So, yeah, that's what happens there. The bad guys will riddle Pets and Snippy with bullets, I suppose, so... 2 on Snippy. Pew! Pew! 7 points
I
a damage.
choose not to get hit by that.
That's probably a good choice.
I'm on 1 hit point.
Alright, and then 3 on Pets.
I choose to ignore that.
Alright. Well, you take 1 point of damage, and then you get missed, I believe. Wait, hold on. That's a good question. Are you also wearing a spacesuit?
I was the one we were talking about it earlier. I am wearing a spacesuit.
Okay, then you do get hit, and you take 5 damage, and then, yep.
Yeah. I think that's 1 over, too.
Good game, Saban.
Well, I mean...
Look, it happens.
This is perfect. This is exactly how it should be going. Droids fall, everyone dies.
Yeah, so, Pets is dead. Snippy.
Sorry, that's -1. 10.
See, you're fine. You're fine. You will not die as long as somebody is alive to come get you with a medical kit.
I'll draw my saber and charge!
Alright.
For the Emperor!
Okay, and Snippy dies valiantly. He does hit, though, and destroys one of them. Chop.
Nice.
Can I also shoot him? Because
No.
I have sword in one hand,
No.
pistol in the other.
I mean, you can shoot the one you destroyed because it has no gameplay effect, sure. Your
My
gun blows up
pistol
in your hands.
explodes!
Mers, I assume you're going to be running and trying to scavenge up a medical kit.
No, get to the ship, Murray. Bail.
That's also an option to just fuck off and find a new crew.
I mean,
Who knows who might be watching?
could do that, but yeah, I'll fall back, switch to tactical armor, and attempt to scavenge a medical kit.
Alright. You find a medical kit. The bad guys ventilate Snippy. And then the
I wanna see
droids...
those rolls.
Alright. They ventilate you.
Ah!
Critical hit. And then the 4 remaining droids will go back into their little alcoves. And Mers very, very quietly creeps forward and drags your bodies away and medkits you.
Awesome.
Alright, so let's go back to the death and dying rules.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I have to roll.
No, it's don't worry about that for the playtest, it's fine. Let's see. So, you don't die, but you're out of action until you get back to 1 HP. So, you're gonna basically be dragging these nerds back to the ship and having to rest for a day. Like, just dump them all into medbay. And they're probably all going to need some sort of serious prosthetics and then medical treatment on the ship. So yeah. You all fall back. Your little like auto dock on the ship like chops limbs off and inserts cybernetic organs, and it's a bad time for the 5 of you, whatever the fuck. Yeah, 4 of you and 1 droid that got dragged along with you.
I have Reefer Comfort though, so all as well.
Deus Ex Machina.
Yep. Deus Ex Machina, also known as Playtest Ex Machina.
Heroes never die.
So let's see. Do
They certainly
bios?
fucking get maimed, though.
Yeah, you all get maimed. You all get shit put into you full of chrome. And yeah, presumably over the course of the next day or so, Stray is able to biopsionics you all back to full health. So that's good.
Queen.
Rad.
I basically do the what's it called? I forget what that movie is called. Ouch. E.T. There we go.
Yes.
I make you all better with my magic glowing finger. It's great.
Do you mean magic glowing penis?
Yes.
Alright,
Touch.
just confirming. Alright. So, like 2 days have passed since then, and you are finally ready to get back onto the field. What do you do?
Ow.
Yeah, ow.
That
I
was
didn't ask
awful and
for
it
this.
sucked.
It was only both your legs. You'll be fine.
But now I'm on wheels. I don't need to be on wheels.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
Oh, come on. Soon as we get this job done, you can go wheeling around the ship with Ray.
But I don't need. I liked having feet and toes.
I'm gonna find those droids and flagellate them with their own fucking. Ah!
So he just vomits up blood and like some sort of cybernetic oil from his new lungs. Bah!
Birdie.
God. This is horrible. All I know is pain.
And rage. And despite it all, you're still just a rat in a cage.
You know how I feel.
And then Snippy dies from that reference. Good job, you killed him.
Right. Let's go back in there. But this time, we should probably avoid the core altogether.
Ain't that what our job is, though?
Can we try to get in there from the ventilation shafts? Oh, wait, that's a bad idea. We might get plasma vented in our faces. And we
Are there
can't
Jeffrey's tubes?
I don't know. Are there? Why don't you roll culture spacer and let's establish a fact.
Someone who's not dumb like me, please do that. I have 8 intelligence.
Say, we've got, actually, I have an alternative idea to rolling Culture Spacer. But
Uh-huh.
we've got, really advanced computers. Is there a sort of space internet?
Spacernet.
Spoogle?
Spookle.
Yes, can we
Spoojle.
actually look up that model of ship on Space Google and try to get the plans?
You know what? Absolutely you can. Just make a computers test with intelligence.
Alright, can someone good at that do
Or-
that, please?
Sorry, I guess
For
it's
what test, sorry?
electronics.
Electronics?
Yep.
No, I break even.
Yeah, but you don't have a -1 like me, so.
Alright, with a 5. No, this particular model is, all the plans are classified.
Alright. So, what's it just to, like, have a good think, rather than looking it up on Space Google?
Culture spacer.
Does anyone have that?
No.
No.
I can assist with culture corporate though, right?
Yes, so you'll provide a +1.
Oh, okay.
I can also assist with that.
Okay, so then it's just raw dogging 2d6.
2d6 plus intelligence.
Yeah, I get a +1, which cancels out my -1 intelligence, so raw dogging.
Fair enough. No, Jeffrey's tubes do not exist.
Okay. Rip Roddenberry. Alright.
Yep.
Let's go. At the very least, I can teleport one of you to wherever we need to go if I can see it.
I'm
Alright.
going to get her armor on.
So, since Ree's little wheelie legs had to be taken off to be put onto his master, he just sort of wobbles back and forth and beeps at you as you depart.
Yeah, great.
So, on our way back towards the droids, are there any like large loose metal panels that you can pry out of these walls or floor?
Sure, it'll take some effort and time, but there's no reason why not.
Right. And will these be able to actually make any meaningful difference to droid bullets?
Yeah, I'll say they can give you a +1 cover bonus to your defense.
Okay, so when we get there, like we hide behind these and shoot them full of holes.
All right. I mean, that didn't work out well for me. I kind of got shot a hole once and then was dead.
Yeah, but I mean, you're basically naked, and this'll help.
Right.
Alright, so you return to the corridor that is full of your blood, sweat, and tears. The droids are nowhere to be seen except for the one that got destroyed. They appear to have retreated into their little holding units.
I look for traps. Is that the right terminology?
Probably looking for an infrared tripwire.
Yeah, you can roll a wisdom awareness check.
Alright, what's awareness? I can help. I have good wisdom. I'll help.
Okay. Alright, hey, you find it. There is an infrared sensor little probe stuck on the ceiling of this corridor. If you get within a certain range of it, it'll detect you and alert the droids.
I point out to it. Without saying anything.
Alright. So, this isn't D&D. It's not like common knowledge where you can it's not like we can snip a string and walk on it. How do you disable, like, an infrared trap? Can you just shoot it?
That's a good question. You can roll, let's see, knowledge electronics, intelligence electronics, to try and determine if you can, if you know that.
9. How do?
Yeah, you could probably just shoot it.
Right.
It would raise an alarm on the ship, but since everyone's dead, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Would the alarm not itself alert the droids?
No, the droids would have no idea where to go or what to do. The alarm is purely for the organic crew members, who could then activate the droids themselves, but...
Alright. So, I assume we shoot the infrared sensor and move on? Guys?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Shooting that fucking thing.
What gun did the dead droid have?
It had a laser pistol.
You guys mind if I yoink this?
I already have
My
one,
old
so knock
pistol
yourself
blow
out.
up. Did my old pistol actually get blown up?
No.
Mm.
Good. It's all yours.
Hey. Not quite as good as old Corpse Sack gave me, but you know what? It's mine. And I don't have to pay rent for every shot.
You would need to pay if you were using a saber.
Oh, sonny boy. Let me tell you,
Oh my gosh! I shoot the thing.
we already have.
Yeah, I shoot it again. Let's go.
Oh, Lord.
Enough of your roleplay. Let's move on.
No, it's definitely her being like, oh, this fucking corporate guy. We get stuck in space for months at a time. You don't think I've heard their shit? Every day with these people. Like fucking old wives.
Oh god. We move on.
Alright. Yeah, so you arrive at the door. It is sealed, but it will take you no time at all to slice through the security, just like you did at the airlock.
Rad.
And you go on inside. Blah. Inside, you see a fairly large computer mainframe surrounding the various electronic systems of the ship, which are all hubbed here. If you want to just harvest the hard drive, that won't require a roll. You can just yank it out and be on your way. But there is doubtless a wealth of information here about the various goings-on of your employers, if you care to pry.
Is there profit in prying?
There very well could be. Depends
Also,
on what you learn.
see if you can, get the specs of a ship. I want to have a go at their real armory.
Sure. No, I can't find specs. They all exploded.
Yep. So you don't find the specs, and let's pull a twist in here since you rolled real bad.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I bet you are. So yeah, as you are trying to pull up the system information, you see that the sensors on the ship are still online. They're very, very hazy, because you're basically right next to a sun. But you can see two things of important note. One is that you think the ship's about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes from falling into the sun at a terminal point from which your ship will not be able to escape. And also there's another ship heading your way, and it's getting rather close.
Alright. Guys, we don't have time for any, looking around for shit. It is time for us to get the fuck out of here. This thing is going to be in the sun in 45 minutes, and our ship with it, and another one is coming to attack us.
Running time.
Damn it. Fuck.
Go on. And then I will, have the astromech wiggle it out. Oh no, it's stuck on the ship because I have its wheels for feet.
Yep.
This sucks so much.
Your ship is hidden in the debris field. You guys are just on the ship itself, so yeah. Do you pull the hard drive before you book it?
Fucking yes.
Okay. So, with that in mind, I'd like everyone to give me a constitution test, please, to try and run your piggly asses back to the airlock.
Oh. Okay. Huh. No, apparently wheels are doing me favors.
Well, alright.
Exactly average.
And the average is all you need here. And we need one from Pets and Snippy.
Oh, I don't want to look.
What am I rolling?
Constitution. Wow, you all make it, and just fine. Yeah. So, just as the ship is starting to tear itself apart, bits and pieces of the hull are being wrenched off and falling into the, effervescent embrace of plasma below. Your ship docks, extends its little boarding ramp, and you guys haul ass on board, seal the airlock, and jet off in the handful of seconds before the Idols falls into the sun and disintegrates, taking
That would have
all its
sucked
secrets
terribly.
with it. However, you have another ship now within weapons range, bearing straight for you.
Never fucking break with these people.
Looks like them Duke boys got themselves in trouble again.
Do we
Fuck
have
'em up.
visual contact on the ship?
You do, yes.
I'm gonna take a real close look at it. Does it have any markings a slave would recognize?
Yeah, it does actually. It has some markings you recognize. It has a big fat skull and crossbones, just plastered all over the front. It's rather garish.
Son of a bitch.
So
What does it mean?
Pirates. So, flip on the engines, let's get out of here.
Pirates
Nick
don't
is
exist.
just going to be frothing at the mouth.
I will point at the skull and crossbones.
I don't know. That could just people who are really, fans of smooth Aryan skull shapes.
Okay, so we're between pirates or neo-Nazis, either way.
Oh yeah, no, it's a bad scene all around. So presumably they've fucking seen us.
Oh yes, they are heading straight for you, and you have a comm alert. If you want to answer the phone.
I'm gonna put them on hold.
All right. The pirate ship shoots at you. So let's
Oh.
roll initiative. Who's in the pilot seat?
Me, apparently.
All right. So
Okay.
roll a dexterity test with your piloting skill. That will be your initiative.
Okay.
Holy shit, fucks. Okay. Well,
He's been itching for this for a month and a half.
yeah. So the pirate ship puts a shot across your bow with its accelerator cannon. And, yeah, you guys are all up. So if you want to take a peek at the starship fighting rules, down on page
14.
Yep, 14.
Battle stations!
I guess I'll do systems.
I'll take the engineering.
Alright,
Who shoots gun? Pets? Stray?
I have, let me see. My dex is 15.
Then you should probably be on some guns.
Okay. I will do a pew-pew.
Alright,
Victor.
you guys have a railgun and a point defense cannon.
Okay. I will use the railgun
Alright,
because I like saying railgun.
alright. Snippy, what are you up to?
I think I should put more energy to the weapons.
Alright, so you down in mechanics, engineering?
Yeah. I am proficient with mechanics after all.
Yep. The bad news is you guys don't have any energy weapons on the ship.
Energy weapons are for sissies.
You can put energy to the shields though, all power.
Doubling
That seems
those
like a good idea.
Alright.
Shields up.
So Stray is on the railgun, Murs is on the pilots. Scow, you are on sensors, you said?
Yeah.
And pets.
I would like to do a weapons lock for sense.
What's available?
You guys still have the point defense cannon open.
Do that.
Alright. Boop. So yeah, you have all power to the shields, and sensors are going to try and make themselves a lock, you say? Alright. No problem. This guy is locked. Which weapon are you going to boost?
Railgun, baby, railgun.
Cool story. All right. And guns. Guns.
I'm a big fan of guns. You should shoot them at people.
You should. Stray pets.
I rolled, now I'm just waiting.
All right.
Wait, what happened? What am I doing? God damn it. And roll 20 froze. Hang on.
Rip and rip. Pets, you can roll in the meantime.
Okay, is it Dex or Int?
It is Dex.
Yeah, for guns,
And if
I
you
think
hit, you do a whopping 2d6 damage. Alright. The good news is you have a +2 from the target lock, so the railgun hits, but the point defense guns miss. So go ahead and roll your railgun's damage. That's 4d6.
No, I'm good. No, I'm great at D6s, guys. I promise.
See, it's fine.
Yeah.
See,
Everything's
guys, I'm
fine.
great at D6s. I promise.
Boom.
4 above. Good work.
Alright. And the pirate boat is going to return the favor.
Do I not get to do pilot things?
Oh yeah, what are you doing, pilot? I forgot all about you. You can be a
Which way are
people
we
too.
currently facing?
Presumably right towards them, since you're trying to get away from the sun, and they are coming towards you.
Then, yeah, I will take some evasive maneuvering and move at a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
On them.
So-
Are we actually using the map?
No.
Yeah.
We'll just assume you guys are now like something like this compared to them. Going like
But
that way.
what about ramming speed?
Oh god, that made it worse.
Ram them.
Good enough. I did it. Alright, so they're going to target lock you with their torpedoes. But first the
They
railgun.
shouldn't do that. That sounds like a terrible thing to happen to us.
Alright, your shields take 12 points of damage.
Sure, I'll
Oh,
get that.
but isn't this supposed to be held by the shields?
Shields are the blue bar, health is the red bar.
Yeah.
I've got the ship's bars, don't worry.
Alright, and torpedoes target your structure defense rather than your evasion defense.
Hmm.
But they
Interesting
miss
choice.
horribly no matter what.
Hooray!
Yeah, you just see this torpedo zoom past you guys and impact the last vestiges of the idols. Boom! Big nuclear explosion.
Oh, sucks to be
And-
that.
Yeah, Fuckmeister. It's your turn.
Do we want to fight this out or just speed on till it's safe to jump?
Ramming speed.
I'm
You play
ignoring
too many
you.
video games.
I wanna fucking decapitate the captain of the fucking boat.
How would you do that except by getting on it?
Exactly.
Wait, how? I vote for outrunning them.
Alright, maybe send me some engine power? Throttle's on max here.
I will reluctantly do that.
I will provide covering fire for our escape with a very, very large round.
Alright. Let's see. I don't believe you need to make a roll to give power to the engines, so you just get a big boost of speed. Systems, are you going to continue target locking?
Yeah, I think that seems like a good idea.
Alright.
So that's
And guns.
+2?
Yep. That's a hit.
Gonna do it twice, guys.
Pew! And point defense guns.
Winter.
Yeah.
That's also a hit.
2d6, you said?
Yep. Womp.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll continue evasive maneuvers, and I'll actually do another 45-degree movement, so we're moving map south. So that'll just be skirting along the edge of the gravity well, I think.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, this guy will continue to pursue you. Now, at this point, they're pretty much right behind you. So, yeah, they will make with the guns. They will target lock you with the torpedoes. They will engage evasive maneuvers. Does an 11 hit your evasion defense?
We're at an evasion of 9, I think. So,
Alright, so yeah, 14 damage to your shields, and a 12 will definitely hit your structure defense for a big whopping 30.
Is that still shield damage?
Yes, it is. Alright. And yeah, they will continue to pursue you. So, Fuchmeister,
Yeah, sure.
it is your turn.
Power to the engines.
Locking.
Firing?
Okay, roll it. Hit.
Ooh, successfully less and less every time.
That's how it goes. Alright, and point defense guns.
The only reason why you're less successful is because we're turning our tails and playing like cowards.
Cowards
It
who
turns. It turns
Cowards
out.
find shame.
They don't.
It turns out that Snippy's character is the example of squats in this universe. After this, he's going to get a bunch of gene therapy and start his own race on his own planet.
Yes.
Winter.
Sorry, point defense?
Yes.
Sorry, Dirk Gently's on.
That will miss.
Okay.
And Merzendi.
I'll continue evasive maneuvers and keep, following the gravity well, I guess. Hopefully plan slingshot around the sun will actually work.
Alright, yeah, if you want to make a piloting check to get that started, we can
Yeah.
use that as the break to try and get you out of here. I think R3 will assist you, so +1. And you're going to need a 11.
Ah! One shot!
Ah, no, you don't have enough velocity yet. So, the gunboat will do much the same thing. Will miss you with its railgun. And what's your structure defense? Alright, it will hit you with the torpedoes for a piddly... Oh wait, no, that's the wrong roll entirely. Let's just roll the 66 instead. Yep, 29 damage with the torpedo.
Yeah, that's quite a bit more.
Boom. And it's your turn again.
Does the lock-on only work for the railgun?
It works for
I
one
can
gun.
choose it to be on the other thing,
One
but it's
gun.
one or the
Okay.
other.
Yeah, the railgun makes sense. Yeah.
Tell you what, we're wanting to get the fuck away from them. I guess I will try and shut down that fucking torpedo launcher.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lose my lock on, is what you're saying?
Yep.
Alright, so their system defense is 9. Or wait, no, hold on, that's your system defense. Theirs is 7.
Yay!
So you hit. Alright, they no longer have engines, so they are just drifting at half speed.
Huh? Torpedo.
Oh, the torpedo, right, even better. Alright, so they no longer have a torpedo. Or rather, they're still shooting torpedoes, but their guidance is off, so it's just going in a straight line and just fucking off.
So 9
Yeah,
for
alright.
my railgun.
Well, their
Sorry.
evasion defense is 9 with the evasive maneuvers, so you hit, and the PDFs misses. So... Bidoo. And it's their turn. Well, they have no...
Wasn't it
Hold
Rossetti's
on.
turn?
Oh yeah, right. Your thing.
Am I still rolling it in at 11?
Yes. Hey, you do it. You've slingshotted out just as their guns are about to strike you. You engage the gravity well, throw the engines to max, and book it around the sun. Alright, and now, do you want to trust the astromech droid with your hyperspace calculations?
Yes.
How much food do we have left, Stray?
That's a good question. This time you don't get to mulligan.
All right. Now let me go back to the thing to see how much 250 credits worth of food is. Okay.
One day
Hang on.
is 3 credits, so 249. Yeah, 83.
Now divide that by 5 of you.
And I had 20 to begin with.
So it's 103. So that
Add
was already...
13.
Oh, okay. 116. I don't know that we made it with enough food in the first fucking place. If it was 32 days. Oop.
Yo sucks.
No, we did not. So, I mean, we were just going to starve in space again.
And if the astromech droid can make the actual rolls this time, then we can survive.
Yeah.
How do you feel about dying in space?
How do you feel about being my lunch?
I'm already half wheels anyway.
Unfortunately, you left most of the good meat back on the ship that got sucked into the sun.
Yep.
Alright.
Well, good game, Saban. It was interesting to play.
Well, let's see if little astromechy can make it.
So it's 2d6 for how fucked we are?
2d6 plus 1 to see if he does it correctly.
Oh no, I rolled a 5.
Oh good. Okay.
So that's
9.
2d6 plus 2.
Yeah, 2d6 plus 2.
So it's 6 for a target 9. Target 7 or whatever it was. And I
Oh,
rolled a
we
9
just
for
end
our...
up in the wrong place. In a massive gravity well and suffer a massive hit. Excellent.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, let's roll that. So your hull takes 28 points of stress damage as, yeah, you pop out in a different system around its sun, like a week later. Crunch goes the steel all around you. Emergency lights blare. What do you do?
Scream. In
See.
space.
I roll over and die.
Most likely. You're not out of food yet. It's only been a week, so mark down 8 times 5 days of rations.
But that counting all those credits from last time, counting all the rations, we were already hungry when we arrived.
Oh,
we just die.
I thought that was completely mulliganed, though.
Oh, well, yeah, if we had enough food to make that journey in the first place, I mean...
Yeah, I believe you did scrounge up that much.
If I get my hands on a fucking drone, I'm gonna murder it.
Right, how deep in the gravity well are we?
Deep enough that you can still escape, but if you fail your rolls, you're going to take a significant hit every turn.
7. What are the chances the pirates try to follow us into the well?
You cannot follow another ship through faster than light. They come undetectable.
God damn, that would have been hilarious.
Alas.
Alright. Are there other ships still in this system?
In this system, one of you can make a sensors check to find out. That's a wisdom electronics check.
Who will help me? I have a high wisdom.
I don't think I can. I'm sorry. Besides, I'm down in the engineering department.
Anyone? No?
What do you need a hand with, sorry?
It's a wisdom electronics. I have very high wisdom. Well, I say very high. I have a positive wisdom.
I have a 0 wisdom, but I have a +1 electronics. That's what I do.
I have a 7 in wisdom. So I have a 0. I have a -1.
Well,
Commit the
somebody
power
rolled.
right.
It's sufficient.
Yep.
Yes, there are indeed ships in this system.
Technically,
you appear to be in a system that is home to a population of aliens that are primitive. So they have an M-class planet down there, and there are various spacers who are coming down there to exploit them every so often.
Alright,
As you do.
Plan, I get us out of this gravity well. We stop in there, steal however much food we need to make it back, and then get paid.
Sure.
Oh shit, I get to make my plans now. Hell.
Yeah, it should be obvious of how desperate we are.
Yeah, I know, this is not good.
Don't go mad with power or I'll teleport you into a sun.
Yeah, just give me engine power.
Engine power is being given.
Can the astromech droid assist with, plotting the correct way out of the gravity well?
Yes.
Right. 10?
That is sufficient. With great effort, you manage to drag yourself out of the sun and back into normal space. R3 rees happily.
Yeah. They're good rivets, Brent.
You're not actually too bad.
Beep boop.
R3. We'll get you some new legs, don't you worry. Alright. Can we swing by the primitive planet and loot it for all of the food we can carry?
Yeah, sure. You can drop down there. One of you is going to need to make me a survival check with wisdom to make sure you get, food that you can actually eat, since none of you have a computer.
A ship has advanced computers.
The ship cannot go with you to forage.
But say, could we go out, get samples, and then bring it back to be scanned by the ship?
Yes, you could. I was assuming those samples don't kill you from you touching them. It's
Hey.
okay. So yeah, you avoid any horribly poisonous plants, and the ship scans out the ones that are less poisonous but still not safe to eat. And you find enough food to last you the rest of the journey. And luckily, you didn't roll complete ass, so the natives don't cotton on to your existence, start worshipping you as some sort of dark gods.
I am your
dark gods,
god
huh?
now.
Well, you gotta bring race into it.
DCL's not here, shut up.
This is true.
A psyker with magic powers lands on their planet and takes all their shit and leaves. It's great.
Yep. That's how religions are formed.
Offer me your women and I may spare your lives.
I see an injure one and heal it and then teleport away. It's great. I am a god now, guys. I stay here. No.
I mean, yeah, you could totally just Colonel Kurtz it up here.
Alright. I know we're in the void, but let's not Heart of Darkness this.
Alright. So, yep, you get all your shit up. Now, why don't you have R3 make another astrogation roll? The good news is the DC is 1 point less. Woo!
I'm determined to make sure we don't make it home.
Alright, let me see. So the target was 6. You failed by 4, so roll 2d6 plus 2. I just go into the fucking sun already.
I'm trying.
Wrong turn. Roll 1d3. Close.
That's not a 1d3.
Alright, you end up back in the system you started in. Mark off those 8 days of rations you got last time.
How much fuel do we have left at this point?
That's a good question. Let's see.
We're
So
out of fuel.
you
We're
had
out of fuel.
4 cells. You've made 1, 2. You have 2 cells left. So you have to get back on this next jump, otherwise you will be out of... Holy shit, you did it. Hooray.
Maybe we could have bartered with one of the other ships, trading,
I mean, yeah.
some of our vast quantity of looted food for, fuel. That's...
Alright, this time, the retarded astromech droid, by some miracle, manages to steer you in the right
I
direction.
must have put the suicide chip in instead of the astrogation chip. Don't worry, he's going in for a service.
He's been desperately trying to end it all this whole time.
They took my legs.
Really, it was very rude to have taken his legs.
You guys fucking Lieutenant Dan, the poor astromech.
Oh!
Okay, so yeah, it's another 2 weeks, so you probably do have to stop in at that system you passed through and stock up again. And then finally make it all the way back to the Pyrene system where Vandaris Exosciences has its headquarters, and you deliver unto them the hard drive. And since none of you tried to dick with it on the way, they confirm that it is in fact still secure, and are willing to pay you a pretty penny. Would one of you please roll Charisma trading to try and get the best price?
I can actually do that. I have
Hey.
Charisma 13 and point in trading.
Hey, and I will help. I will help. I will help.
How
Yeah,
much
you
does
will.
helping give me?
+1.
There we go. 14.
I will
Nice.
express just how much
Ooh.
shit we went through for this one.
Alright, why don't you roll me 3d6. See how many
Sure.
percentage points they're willing to go up. 10. Alright,
10.
cool. So you guys get, let's see, what's that? You get 11,000 credits
Neat.
from the grateful research scientists, who now have the plans for the Death Star.
Hooray!
Yay!
That's fine.
I wanted to say that I want to check what's inside the disc, but I felt better of it.
Yeah, it's fine. See, this way you get paid instead of getting no hard feelings.
Yes.
Now, the bad news is that they don't cover medical for freelancers, so you guys get stuck with all your horrible, impromptu prosthetics and probably lose all of your money just replacing your organs. But
I
hey,
take my cut whole.
it's true. You did not get injured at all. You just got, grazed. And yeah, you also have to repair your ship, but other than that, it's pretty alright. So yeah, we will call it there, I think.
Alrighty.
Those fucking
This was fun.
droids.
Yeah,
Okay.
good time.
I
Can't
will
help but
say,
notice there are no levels in this.
Correct. You buy advancements just as individual abilities. So speaking of which, I guess I can give you XP if you guys want, just in case we ever do this again.
Gimme.
Oh god, so many people talking. Let's see. Did any of you have a scene in which your drive or bond was emphasized?
I believe
My
I
drive
do.
was survival. My bond was with robot kind.
My
Well,
drive
you
was to
most
suck up some
certainly did
sniper.
not bond with robot kind. You fucking jacked their legs. But you did survive, so you got your drive XP and your short-term goal XP, so that's 2 for you.
I never set a short-term goal.
That's
That was
fine.
doing our job.
Did I adequately express my hatred for pirates and slavers?
Yes, absolutely. So you can go ahead and take a point of XP for that.
Yes.
I wrote my drive as life ain't worth living if you can't make it the next day.
Well, I mean, we made it to the next day.
That's a terrible drive, but alright, take
Yes,
a
it
point of
is.
XP.
It's just for one.
It's fine.
Come on.
I didn't think we were gonna. As expected, I didn't think we'd be doing this for more than one session, so I
No.
wrote down something terrible.
It's fine. It is fine. Oh yeah, Mers, did you have something to say a minute ago?
um, nothing about experience or bonds or so on. Just playtest stuff.
Yeah, sure, hit me. This is the first time this has been played ever, so...
One of it seems a little odd but there are a couple of things. One of them, that there's nothing you can put in your ship that helps astrogation, and astrogation is a really important thing. So, like, maybe an upgrade that's like expanded star charts, something like that. That might be nice.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being a thing.
I'd hope so.
Listen, I just like the ability to teleport shit into the sun.
That was pretty cool, yes. And
We need a lot more advancements.
as the pilot, the listed things I can do, they were pretty limited.
Yeah.
While you let me get away with the trying to slingshot around the sun, that had to be made up off the cuff, and more that's just written down would be nice.
Like ramming speed. Come on.
Maybe not ramming speed, because that seems suicidal, but
It should still be written down. To ram people.
The point of
mean
this
the
book
suicide
was
roll?
this is a micro RPG, so no, I don't really want to waste my precious space with ramming speed rules.
Ramming speed rules.
Go
Snippy,
play Rogue
just-
Trader.
Yes, Rogue Trader has space dromons in it. You'll love it.
Oh, I need to check this. You can start with an Inferno pistol. What the?
What? Yeah, you can start with an Inferno Pistol in Rogue Trader, man. It's Rogue Trader.
What is
You're
this?
playing the 1%, Snippy. Even the poorest Rogue Trader character could buy a city.
What is
Ships are more valuable than worlds in 40k.
It's true.
Also, having to pick between a spacesuit and armor sort of makes sense, but it feels pretty mean. Especially if it especially feels like if people start getting into a fight in a vacuum, that'll be really much more lethal than is.
And I'm not sure I have a problem with that. Like, getting into a shootout when you can move at like 2 feet a second is probably a terrible idea.
Didn't they cover?
I guess that's true, but at the same time, it feels like something that is quite likely to happen.
You are not wrong.
And also, stats playing nothing into defense. That's I don't know.
That's straight OD&D.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily make it a good idea.
No, I mean, that's fair, but it's also like with the up to +3 bonus and then also using 2d6, like the amount of variance I can put in defenses is pretty low. Like, power armor already gets you up to 11, so if you added dex to that, it'd be like, eh.
Also, one thing I would, one more thing, I would maybe suggest you emphasize the importance of rations in the adventuring gear section.
Yeah. Like, we died. We technically died multiple times, even with the caveat of, fine, I spent all of my remaining credits on food. We still died, actually.
Yeah,
We did not make it.
Also medical kits are important, but
Yeah.
you know.
And grenades. Don't forget the grenades.
Yeah, grenades was very helpful.
Food. Who needs to eat when you can blow people up?
To be fair, we asked about the importance of dying of rations in the beginning, and you said it's probably not that likely, so I bought 20. And then I would have died anyways.
I mean, that's because your astromech droid was a fucking tard.
But let's be honest here, we bought a droid that was specifically good at that skill.
You rolled ass.
It's not like an actual person who's trained in astrogation would be any better than the droid.
But you have a +3. Yes.
Sometimes you just roll real bad, and then you starve to death. I can think of many naval stories that have middles or endings like that. So
I'm not saying change that. God, that's actually pretty funny and cool, but but maybe put in the description of the things you need to live on that it's actually more likely than you think that you need these.
Yeah.
I've always liked the way that Stars Without Numbers handled the idea of you having a livability, like you're not starving to death and you're not running out of like life support and all that stuff, being a sustainable thing. Sort of becomes part of your ship's upkeep.
Yeah, there is actually a little rule in here about that, but so that only really applies to like second and third sessions.
True, but at the same time as well, it was stuff like it included as well things like not dying, because I feel like rations are very D&D. They are not very sci-fi. It's very easy to get like tubes of paste and just stay alive on those for like half a year or something. Like, I'm not sure that rations were the right decision when you could sort of bundle it all into life support, sort of the way Stars Without Numbers did.
I mean, yeah, alright, that's fair. Get like a life support package or something.
Just fucking
straight up change the name.
Just gray protein gel, and just
still.
No, as opposed to having rations be a thing at all. Like, you bundle all that into this is just your life support. You're staying alive on the ship, because no one really worries about did you take a break on the ship at the space truck stop to make sure you had enough food to make it for a few more jumps. It should be like, does your half year supply of shit like stay together in one piece and not go stale and yada yada yada.
What is the price for alcohol?
I even
Yeah,
have
and then
my alcohol
commodities
chart
being
ready.
worth a lot. Like, you know, if you want to have food specifically so that your character is better off, then sure, spend the money on it. But otherwise, it's like you won't die of starvation unless you really fuck up for a long time and don't spend any of your like upkeep. That said, we should totally play some stars with that number.
Yes. I mean, I kind of made this as a reaction to Stars Without Number and being like, there's so many things I have a problem with in this game.
What parts
So
of stars with that
700
number, by
sounds
the way,
fine.
then, at least academically speaking, are your objections?
Well, for one thing, like, so there's a tech defense or tech saving throw, right? That
Yes.
nothing interacts with. Like, I expect when I see that there's going to be like Mass Effect powers, like, but no, there's not at all. Or then like the attributes. The entirety of Stars Without Number is based on basic D&D, which uses the same attribute matrix I'm using here, right? The 3 to 18 minus 3 to plus 3. But it doesn't use the same bonuses, and so everyone has at most a plus 2 if you get like a 17 or 18, and that feels really shitty.
Yeah.
And also like having a minus 1 on anything you do that doesn't have a skill point in it, when skill points are so limited. Like the entire game feels like it's meant so that you fail over and over again on like more things than you succeed, but it doesn't include a fail forward mechanic like say Apocalypse World. It just encourages you to sit there and fail.
No, those are all valid issues with Stars Without Number itself.
Yep.
Like I feel like Stars Without Numbers though, like its issues are primarily numbers-based issues as opposed to systematically wrong ones, which I think is a nice thing because those can be changed, those can be edited and modified.
Yes.
I just can't be asked to sit down and do math. That's my least favorite part of D&D.
Yes.
Sidebar, because we were talking about Aliens earlier, like Alien the movie, and I'm just reading trivia about it. Apparently with the original one, because it was animatronic, right? This was before CGI. You know how it was all sexual because of H.R. Geiger? Apparently the like the membranes in its mouth, you know, the mouth tendons, were actually made from shredded and stretched condoms.
Fun.
Nice.
I believe it.
And apparently Fox originally didn't want to shoot the movie because they thought it was too disturbing for audiences, but the Ridley Scott refused to let them refuse to let them make Geiger restart, and basically said no for like half a year until Fox was like, all right.
Well, thank you guys all for putting up with my little micro game here.
Yeah, it
Hope
was
you
fun.
had some fun.
Droids fall,
It was a very,
everyone
good
dies.
time.
Yep.
That was my favorite part, by far.
All right.
Absolutely.
Bye, stream.
Peace out, stream.
Bye-bye.